start out whenever. Stop, that's okay. Yeah, Ian was talking about public transit. I like public. A lot of people hate public transit. I really like it. I love it because you can pay $3 to see things you can't pay thousands of dollars to see anywhere else. Like, you see two crazy people fight at 6 o'clock in the morning, that's magic. Alright? That's like seeing a whale in the wild. You can't plan it, you just get lucky, you know? You just get to be there and be like, hey, look! Look at that, they're in their natural habitat. That's awesome. I saw these two crazy people fight at 6 a.m. Started off innocent enough. It was just one crazy guy, and I knew he was insane because he was looking out the window and he was narrating the day. All right? That's an afternoon thing. Just looking out the window, he's like, there's a dog, a couple of squirrels, some trees, and I'm like, this guy's on point. I love this guy. He's not missing a thing. And then he's like, oh, it's a beautiful day outside. And for some reason, that set off another crazy person. Because this lady turned around and she just goes, you shut your goddamn mouth! Which was a weird way to react to somebody saying it's nice outside. And I thought so too, right? He thought so. He's like, no! I can say it's nice outside if I want to. And she's like, no! You shut your goddamn mouth or I'll call the task force on you. And I didn't know what the task force was. But he did. He didn't miss a beat. He's like, no! I'm gonna call the task force on you! And she's like, no! I'm gonna call the task force on you! And I'm like, neither one of these people have phones. No one's calling the task force. But they're just screaming at each other, right? It's going back and forth. And I'm like, this is gonna end poorly. And then all of a sudden, she drops a bomb on him, shuts the whole streetcar up. She just goes, you shut your mouth, you black asshole. And everyone went dead quiet. Because he wasn't black. You have no idea how to hate. A lot of people are hating on Fordsy. Everyone's like, we gotta get that guy out. I think we have a more pressing need. We need to get rid of 5-cent grocery bag tax way before. Yeah! I'm so sick of it, right? And I get the idea, right? A couple of geniuses, they get together and they're like, okay, we've got to save the environment, you know? So we'll start charging them for the bags. No one wants to pay extra money, you know? So we'll charge them for it. We make a little bit of money, people start using the reusables, everybody wins. And they're like, great idea. High fives, shook hands, went and did some blow and had some hookers. That's how CEOs work, right? But the problem is, you made those bags a nickel, all right? That's not much of a deterrent. If the bags were $50 a piece, I'd remember my reusable bags. But it's a nickel. And I'm like, every time I'm like, yeah, you know what, I can swing that today. Hey, come to think of it, here's $10. Put my name on a bag of bags, put it under the counter, for the next 500 times, I come to your grocery store. Because the worst thing about it is they ask you at the start of your checkout. Right? You get to the front of the line, you got your Pop-Tarts and all your favorite things. You're like, today's a good day. But that cashier looks at you and they're like, how many bags are you gonna need? You're like, well, I don't know, I'm not a fortune teller. Well, we bring this shit through together, sort it out as a team. I always panic. I'm always like 37. 37 bags, because I don't want to be that idiot who's one bag short at the end and has that weird exchange where you're just staring at them like, oh, I hope I get a freebie. But that cashier's just looking back at you like, come on, man, well, how many bags you need? And you're like, I was better than you when I came into No Frills, why do I feel like this leaving? I don't like it. You know, I wanted to tell him off, but we can't do that anymore, right? You're not allowed to be honest anymore. You can't tell people off when you want to. You can't punch people in the face anymore. And that's a problem, okay? 30 years ago, if somebody was acting like an idiot, you punched them in the face, you stopped acting like that. But somewhere along the lines, we stopped punching people in the face, and now we have hipsters. That's what happens, because 30 years ago, there was a guy walking down the street with skin-tight jeans, shoes that were just gigantic, glasses he didn't need, and a toque in July. somebody to punch him in the face. Somebody to stop mid-conversation, be like, excuse me, I have to go punch that idiot in the face. And he'd just go across the street and deck that guy. And he'd be like, hi, why'd you punch him in the face? Because you look like an asshole. And he'd be like, you know what, you're absolutely right, I don't know why I've been dressing like this, and that would be the end of it. But we just started lying to each other, and that became the norm. That became okay. The biggest lie there is romantic film, all right? It gets me, and it bothers me because 15-year-old girls watch that and they're like, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna be in love like that. That's not what love is. Love sucks. Love's hard work. Love's just, it's shitty most of the time. It's finding somebody you can tolerate 15% of the time. You're like, you know what, I'm tired of looking. Let's just do this. Love's hitting 30, finding somebody who doesn't have herpes. You're just like, if you don't have it, and I don't have it, we stick together, we can beat this thing. People gotta watch The Notebook and they're like, that's gonna be me. The Notebook is a lie. It's a movie where a couple meets at a carnival and then they get more in love till they die in each other's arms at the exact same time. Think you're setting the bar a little high there? Dying at the same time? Why don't you try coming at the same time first? Did you go already? You know I did. I just want one honest scene in that movie, all right? I want one honest scene where, like, they're in their mid-40s, Gosling's on the couch, and he's watching TV, he's watching football, he's starting to get a beer belly, but he's holding it down because he's handsome as fuck, and he's just sitting there, right? He's just watching the game, and then Rachel McAdams walks in the room, and her hair's up in, like, a greasy bun. She has no makeup on, and she's wearing these track pants that say juicy on the bun. She's like, I thought you were gonna take out the garbage. And he just rolls his eyes and farts. And she's like, oh my god, you're so gross. And he snaps. He's like, what happened to blowjobs? It's been a fucking year! And he turns to the camera and he's like, this is what it's like. And then back to the movie.